Sydney's Parliament House was far from quiet today as our local taxi owners joined hundreds of others in protest. They are fighting against reforms which many operators fear will cost them their livelihood.
Standing 250 kilometres away from home in Orange, taxi owner George Whitty was far from alone.
20 years of work and you're giving us nothing. Where's our pension? Where's our super?
Over 50 taxi licence owners across our region joined hundreds of others in Sydney to protest against the state government's reform on their industry. The plan will force cab owners to surrender their licences while having it leased back to them in return.
Clearly this government will be remembered for a lot of monumental stuff-ups, but quite frankly this one will rank up there with the best of them.
A $645 million taxi transition assistance package was announced as compensation, described by local member and Regional Transport Minister Sam Faraway as the most generous in the country.
They've offered us 25 cents in the dollar, which is grossly unfair.
Under the scheme, the maximum compensation is $130,000 in Region 1, though most of the Central West fall into Region 3 and 4. In Orange, operators would only be offered $55,000, despite the licence being valued around $200,000 today.
It'd be like walking onto someone's farm and saying, I'll take your farm for a quarter of its value, and then asking them to thank you.
I was one of the fortunate ones and bought the taxi out of my superannuation, but I've got to try and pay it back to the superannuation, and this will take away that opportunity.
While back home today, Jad is warning the reforms will destroy the taxi industry.
There's already no taxi service in Wellington. There's already no taxi service in Blaney.
As for the bush, these four wheels are often the only option for many. Now it's hanging by a thread. Christopher Tan, 7 News.